What's going on, everybody? This is Luke Mindpower, or you can call me Luke. This is my first YouTube video actually, and I've had this vision in my mind for the last couple of weeks, inspired by Derek Simnett from Canada. He's a vegan bodybuilder, and yeah, I've been speaking and doing inspirational, motivational content over the last couple of years, and now I have reached a new point in my life where I'm actually, after 16 years, I've returned to living with my parents in my parents' house. And so I haven't been to the gym. Obviously gyms have been closed because of the whole quarantine and coronavirus situation, and you know, kind of getting back into routine. I'm like, man, you know what, I got to get on YouTube. I got to connect with people on this platform, which is something that has taken me a long time. I've had it in the back of my mind, but I've been on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn, all the platforms except YouTube, really. So my plan now basically is to, as you can see, I'm walking, and so my vision was that, okay, if I'm going to make content, I've got to make some time for it. When can I make some time for some content? And so I've decided to create my YouTube content while I'm walking to the gym. So again, it is a beautiful day out here today, and you know, sometimes you got to think about how you can utilize your time better, and this is a beautiful thing where I can walk to the gym, I can create content, I can create my videos, and save a little bit of time, you know, instead of just listening to music. And you know, you can say that the time is wasted, but you know, you could also listen to a podcast or something like that. But my schedule is so hectic that this is actually a great way for me to inspire and to use my story and my experience as a way to connect with the world and to connect with you guys. So I hope that you find my content to be very valuable, inspiring, and don't forget to click that subscribe button and put that notifications button on so that you know when I post new content. But yeah, man, I've got my gym bag, which is actually really heavy because I've got a 2.2 litre bottle in there, a couple of towels, and my gym belt as well. So yeah, it's a bit heavy, but this is part of the exercise, right? So but yeah, let me just give you a bit of a rundown onto you know, a bit of backstory of, you know, who I am and how I actually got to do what I do. You know, because for me, for a very, very long time, I was really confused. You know, I was really unsure about life, and yeah, I just noticed I got to practice looking at the camera, because you know, I'm looking at my phone all the time. So you know, I guess the biggest thing in life I've learned is don't be afraid to be a beginner. Don't be afraid to start from nothing. And this is a perfect example. You know, I've got a few videos up on my YouTube channel, but I haven't really been consistent because my focus has been on traveling, my focus has been on Instagram, my focus has been on Facebook, and everywhere else, but being able to actually stay consistent. I'm a podcast as well, Luke's Mindpower, and so, you know, creating a profile or building a brand or building your presence on social media really takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication. But as I mentioned, for a long time I was really questioning my life, you know, and I never understood a lot of things about myself, and also just the whole thing about why are we here, you know, like why are you here, you know, what is the reason behind your existence? What's your purpose? What's your passion? Why are you alive? Are you simply just here to get a Monday to Friday job? Is that why you're here, to get a Monday to Friday job, find a girlfriend, get married, have kids, get a mortgage, get in debt, buy a few cars, travel, go overseas, have a holiday, come back, go to work, and do it all over again. The sun, look at the sun, so amazing. Love it, I love the sun. But and so a lot of us actually don't question that. A lot of us are simply living in the matrix, right? We're living in the unconscious existence of kind of just following the crowd, following the herd, and just doing what everybody else is doing, you know, because that's the normal thing, right? Go shopping on a Thursday night, go spend time with your friends, hang out, spend some money, go to the movies, or go out with your young mates and chuck eggs at people when you're in a shopping centre. That actually happened to me the other day while I was having some Guzman and Gomez. And so there was these kids and they were chucking eggs. And, you know, you think to yourself, why would people do that? But again, that's another story for another day. But the point of it is that if you don't start questioning life, if you don't start questioning your existence and trying to actually dig deeper into the reason as to why you're here, why you are the way that you are, what you went through when you were a child. Woo! And I'm gonna get people like that all the time, you know? And it's like, I gotta stay focused on the message, focused on my video. And this is the hard thing as well, you know, because people see what you're doing, and you know, you don't normally see a person walking around with a camera or recording or whatever it is, you know. Damn, this bag is annoying. I'm gonna have to put this over my other shoulder so it doesn't keep falling off. But this is my first YouTube video, proper one, right? So bear with me, you know. This is all a learning process for me, and it is. Yeah, geez, there's a woman just driving that car and she's still wearing a mask for coronavirus, which is, from my point of view, is a load of bullshit. And your body's strong enough to fight the disease. But anyway, again, getting off topic. But more so, this thing about life, right? Why we're here. You know, for a long time it's taken me to understand what my purpose is, what my passion is. And you know what, I can truthfully say that even though I speak, even though I say that I validate myself, I'm enough, I love myself, I believe in myself, you know, my mission is to change the world, is to help people rediscover their truth, is to allow people to know that there's so much more to their life than actually what they're living through right now, you know, because it is from your childhood and your programming and your conditioning from your experiences and the way that you were raised and what you experienced as a child that has made you who you are today. And when you start to dig deeper into that understanding, you start to find some answers. And so that's something for me that I've recently come to learn, because I moved in with my parents. And for 16 years prior to this time now, I'd been living by myself. I'd been socializing a lot. I'd been living with my friends. I'd lived with all my sisters. And, you know, I've witnessed a lot of different experiences and experienced a lot of different experiences. And so for a lot of my life, I have had a lot of self-doubt. I've had a lot of insecurities. I've never felt enough. I've never felt like I was good enough. There's a little spider there on my phone. But yeah, I've never felt like I was good enough, and there was just something missing all the time. You know, I was just not happy with who I was. And so I was always asking, you know, I was working in a government job as a driving examiner, and for 9 years I'd been working there. And then towards the end of that term, I was just like, is this really me? You know, there was a friend of mine, George Johnson, and top bloke from Chile, you know, we connected, we were really good friends, and he was working with me, and I just looked at his life, and And I'm not judging him, but I thought to myself, I'm 30, he's 50, and he's been there for nearly 20 years or whatever. And I'm like, is that me? You know, am I supposed to be working for a government department, getting $70,000 or $80,000 a year, and that's it? Is that the reason why I'm here? And so my answer to that was no way. There's absolutely no way that I am going to work for the government for the rest of my life. And so I guess you can ask yourself that question. And I think that is the money question. What you're doing, do you love it? Is the job that you're working in right now giving you that sense of fulfillment, that sense of self-worth, that sense of positive energy? Does it make you feel empowered? Do you feel happy when you wake up in the morning? That is the money question, right? Because if you wake up in the morning and you're like, yes, I can't wait to get to work, right? Because if you go to work and you love it, you probably won't even call it work, right? It's more like a hobby, right? Because when you love what you do, things are flowing. But when you don't love what you do, then it's a struggle. And so that's when you look at most people around with the jobs that they do, majority of them, they don't love what they do. It's like we're forced to do what we're doing because we don't have a choice, right? Because we have to pay bills. Because we have to support our lifestyle. Because we have to pay for our car. We have to pay for our rent. We have to pay for food. We have to pay for our kids. Right? We've got to pay for all these expenses to survive. And so that is the other question. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to do, right? In order to develop yourself, in order to rediscover yourself, in order to find who the fuck you are, so that then you can find that passion, find that purpose, right? So then you can live your life on your terms and do what you love, and wake up every single morning feeling amazing, feeling blessed, knowing that you're doing something that you really, really, really enjoy. And that's the game changer right there. And so when I figured that out, you know, I'd been using drugs and alcohol, and I had so many relationships that didn't work out the way that I wanted them to, and I couldn't understand why. You know, I'd always felt that lack, that I didn't feel confident in myself. There was something wrong. And I know that, you know, that's something that comes from childhood, and I've had to work that out, and I'll talk about that later. But for now, once I worked out that, you know, you need to work hard on yourself. You really need to dig deep and start asking the questions. Why you are the way you are. What do you love? What are you willing to do to find what you love? Because it's not always going to be the first thing that you think. You might try something and realize that that's not actually your passion. You know, it's like what I did. I said, I'm going to open a gym in Poland, right? I said, yes, I'm going to open a gym. And look what happened. I'm not even opening a gym. I'm speaking, right? Started my own personal development company a few months back. Now I'm still building my own personal brand. So the more we do, the more we can do. And if you don't start taking action on yourself, then you're never going to really discover who it is that you are. So that's the message for today. I look forward to continuing to motivate and inspire every single day. I'm going to be posting every single day on YouTube. So don't forget to click the subscribe button, like, comment, and share, and click on that notifications tab, that button, so that you can be notified when I post. But there's so much more in store, and I'm just so excited, and I can't wait to share it all with you. The sun is in my face, hence why my eyes are closed. But I'm nearly at my gym, which is about 100 meters away, Anytime Fitness, and I haven't been to the gym since I got back from China, and I lived in the Shaolin Temple for 3 months. But that's another story again. So much to tell. Very excited to share it all with you. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Let me know where you guys are from, and this is just going to be the start, you know, because I love to start something new. And if you go back and you look at all of, you know, successful entrepreneurs or influencers or personalities, and you go back, especially on their social media, and you have a look at where they started or their first video, you can really see the dedication, the consistency, the persistency, and how they show up every single day. And you can see the difference between how they were 2 or 3 or 4 years ago when they first started compared to the growth. And that's something that I truly love. So don't be afraid to be a beginner. Don't be afraid to take action on yourself, and believe, man. Trust yourself, and don't wait for no one to validate you. Don't wait for no one to tell you that you're enough. You're enough right now, just the way you are. So go out there and live your dreams. This is Luke Mindpower. I'll see ya tomorrow. Peace.